Hey guys, what's up? This is Sports Talk 123. Sorry I haven't put out a Sports Talk in a few days, but I've been playing a lot of MLB Manager online, working on some other stuff, and I've been trying to find some big stories, and there hasn't really been any huge stories that have came out. But today I'm here to talk about a very serious story coming out of the major leagues. Apparently, Major League Baseball is taking the allegations very seriously that Alex Rodriguez, third baseman for the New York Yankees, took part in some illegal underground poker games. And reportedly, one of these poker games turned violent. So this is some very big news. He could face suspension if his participation in the games is confirmed. Obviously, this would be a huge hit to the Yankees, who are in a race to the division right now, trying to lock up the first place in division so they can have home field and stuff. So this could be huge if they don't have their starting third baseman for the end of the season. Uh, MLB said in a statement, "We take this very seriously and have been investigating this matter since the initial allegation. As part of the investigation, the commissioner's office will interview Mr. Rodriguez." An MLB executive speaking to ESPNNewYork.com on condition of anonymity indicated that Rodriguez could miss games if the investigation proves he was at these poker games. They're talking to people that are involved in the investigation, and they're taking this very seriously because people had been warned. Reportedly, Alex Rodriguez had been warned about going to these underground poker games before. But commissioner knows that he has an addiction to gambling and has been going to these gambling events for a while, and now they're starting out to turn bad. Reportedly there was drugs, cocaine, violence at these underground poker games. I guess A-Rod lost a few thousand, but before the night was over, apparently some guy was refusing to pay after he lost almost a $500,000. More than $500,000. He refused to pay, and it got violent. But as soon as that happened, A-Rod paid up his few thousand, and he left because he didn't want to get in that. Once that happened, he was just like taken back, like shocked that this was really happening, and he knew that it was a stupid decision. But still, he's been going through these for a while. The allegations were first reported by Star Magazine. The third baseman has played in at least two of these games. One which took place at a record executive's Beverly Hills mansion, where cocaine was openly used, and that's also where the fight broke out after one of the players refused to pay his losses. Once the fight broke out and everything went bad, Rodriguez apparently tried to distance himself from the game. One of the members there is quoted saying he just shook his head, not knowing what had happened. He didn't want to deal with it all. He was like, okay, whatever, it's your game. I would estimate A-Rod lost like a few thousand that night. After everything that happened, he paid up and left. In 2005, Rodriguez had been warned about gambling in underground poker games by Commissioner Bud Selig and the Yankees, and they were both concerned that the possible involvement with gamblers who might be betting on baseball games could result in a Pete Rose type lifetime ban from baseball, which would be very serious, especially for a guy with A-Rod's talent. He later acknowledged that it wasn't the right thing to do and checked in with the major leagues for holding a charity poker tournament the following year. So, seemed like he was back on track until now. Various reports have the games under investigation as taking place as far back as 2007. So that's almost 4 years now that he could have been reportedly going to these underground games. Although their investigation centers upon Rodriguez's card playing, he is not thought to have gambled on the outcome of any baseball. Excuse me there. I just got done drinking a pop, so that's why I'm burping a little bit. The investigation centers on Rodriguez's card playing, and he is not thought to have gambled on the outcome of any baseball games, which is great news, meaning there shouldn't be a lifetime ban, but he could still receive a suspension for this year after being warned multiple times. Joe Girardi said he really doesn't have a comment on the situation before the Yankees game against the Chicago White Sox. Let baseball handle those things. The Yankees, they just want to be focused on winning. They're not really trying to get into it too much. Whatever happens, happens. There's really no way they can affect the situation now that it's been done. MLB is also concerned that Rodriguez's name will resurface in the ongoing federal investigation of Dr. Anthony Galea, the Toronto physician charged with smuggling HGH and other illegal substances into the United States. Galea has treated numerous professional athletes, including Rodriguez and Tiger Woods, who have both been under scrutiny for possible steroid use. So, guys, this is definitely a very big story for the New York Yankees. Especially with how close of the race they're in. You know, hopefully he won't get suspended for too long. Hopefully he won't be out for the rest of the year, because you'd never want it to affect the outcome of the season. Maybe a few game suspension. I think the Yankees would be able to overcome that. They're a game and a half back of Boston right now. So, I mean, it's a real tight race. They're leading the wild card by 7 games. So they're probably going to make it in the playoffs for sure. But you know, you'd like to have the top seed, and you'd like to know for sure that you're going to be playing probably the worst team in the playoffs. So you know, this could be some big news. A-Rod getting investigated by the major leagues about his involvement in underground illegal poker games. All right, thanks guys. See you.